Jonas, what's your role at Brighton and Hove Albion, and what does a typical day look like for you?
For me, it's like in the morning. The most of the times I ride with my bike here, and I love it to ride my bike here. And then I come here, and then I have a breakfast from our very good chef Will. Very, very good. Yeah,
Another of our guests.
Yeah. Yes. And after this, we are with our coaching staff. We speak about the training, and we have analyze and we prepare this. And after this, I go on the pitch, and I build up the session. And then the players they start in the gym, and then they come out, and then of course I have different jobs or different roles on the pitch. It depends on what we train on the day. And then after the training, sometimes I go directly to have lunch, and sometimes we sit together and we speak about the session on the pitch. And then in the afternoon, everybody has his things to do, but it depends from the week, and it depends on the day of the week. Yeah.
So how does it work with you and Andrew Crofts? Because you're both very senior coaches and you're both very close with Fabian Hürzeler. How do you divide the jobs between you, the roles?
I think we work very good together, or we work well together, because I was a long time assistant coach from the club in Augsburg, and I know the role, and I know how important it is to take the coaches. They know the club, because Andrew he knows the club. Everybody knows him. Everybody loves him here, and it's very important to have him on our side. And he's a great coach, and he's tactically very good. And I think we work good together. And in a lot of things, he can explain to the players some things better than me, because his English is better. And that's our relationship is very good, and we work good together on the pitch and in the office as well.
Yeah, good. And when you came here, did you have similar ideas to Fabian Hürzeler about the game and about preparing teams and players?
Yes, of course, because I know him longer, I think 8-9 years now, and we spoke a lot about football, and I don't know if share the right word, but we share the same style of play, and we love the same things on the pitch, like to control the game, but of course to have a good game management, and to have a winner mentality, and to bring the winner mentality to the team. And we have a very similar style of this, but on the other side, we can discuss good about things, because sometimes, or not sometimes, often in football, everybody has their own meaning. Every fan, every supporter, everybody has another opinion, and it's important to discuss about these things. But after you discuss, to have one meaning, and then bring this meaning to the players.
To agree,
agree. Yes.
So how did you first meet, and how did you become connected as coaches originally?
We know us from Munich, but not in football, more about friends. We have the same friends. And then he started at Pippinsried in next to Munich. And in this time we spoke about football. Then he went to St. Pauli. I stayed all the time in Augsburg. But we had a lot of calls together and spoke about football. And in this time we find out that we have the same opinion, and of course the same we love football.
Yeah. And so, what does match day look like for you? What do you do on match day?
On match day, it's of course we come to the stadium at home games. Then we have a pre-match meal, and after the pre-match meal, the gaffer will have the meeting, the match meeting with the players, and then before the match, or the 1.5 hours before, we spoke about set pieces, and I speak with players about tactical things. And during the game, I'm more the coach who I give him advices, what I see, and perhaps if Fabian wants to have a meaning, my meaning, then I say to him, and I want to be that he feels comfortable. Sometimes I have to say to him, "Hey, be easy to the ref," or I go to the fourth official, and of course during the gaffer is on the line, I speak with Andrew because he is on the screen, and sometimes I want to see some scenes, and I speak with Andrew about tactical things and his meaning. And then, we try to find the best decisions.
So you have to be the cool guy, because passion. There is a lot of passion in that environment. Are you the guy? Yes. Are you the guy that cools it down, or?
At the beginning, I was 8 years assistant coach and 250 games in the first league in Germany. And at the beginning, I was, I think, very emotional, and I'm emotional on the pitch and during the game. But now I know that it's a little bit a game together, because Fabian, he's emotional sometimes or often, and then of course I have to be the other guy who is more perhaps sit on the bench and is easy. I don't know if easy is the right word, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. So your job is to, during the game, I guess you're analysing constantly, trying to solve problems, come up with ideas.
Yes, this, and of course I try to give the players energy from the bench, because the games here in the Premier League are so intense, and sometimes a player has to run in this direction, this direction, and then perhaps a player feels that I'm off, but then I'm the guy from the bench who want to push him and give him a good mood or speak to him good, that he knows, I can run more.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very interested in this question of developing relationships with players, especially new players that you don't know. How difficult is that, and what is your method? I mean, do you try to be their friend, or do you try to be their boss, or both?
Both. I think I know that in Augsburg I had a role, I was the assistant coach from the club. And now I know I came with Fabian here, and I know that players then perhaps think, he's the man from the gaffer, and I don't want to say him all, and that's fine for me. And that's natural. It's natural, but for me, I have a feeling that all the players, they accept me, and I have a good relationship to the players. They loves me. I don't know if love is the right word, but they say, he's a good guy, and my values are honesty, confidence to all, and loyalty, and these are my values, and I try to live these values here in the club and with the players as well.
Yeah. So I imagine it was an exciting development for you personally to come to this club, to join the Premier League.
Yes.
A progressive club, with a good reputation, very well-run club. What were your first impressions when you came to this club?
The first day I came here, I was thinking that all the people are very friendly, and I felt welcome. That the people say welcome here, and it's not only to say this. It's honest. It's honest, the right word? Yeah. That they mean it honest.
Yeah.
And that was a very good first day here.
And were you impressed with the way everything functions here, the way the training ground operates, the way the machinery of the club operates?
That's the opportunities here to train, and like we have when I watch outside, three big pitches, and we have pitches for the athletics and for the rehabilitation and these things. These things are very good and very, very professional. It's more than in Augsburg, and I think that the most of the Premier League clubs, they have better possibilities to train and they have bigger buildings than in Germany.
Did you have any major influences on you back in Germany when you were deciding to become a coach? Did you always want to become a coach, and who kind of inspired you to go in this direction?
Yeah, I was born in Freiburg, and then in the age of 18 I moved to Munich, and then I started to study sport. And after this, there were a football school, and there I was 21 years old, and he said to me, one guy, he said to me, "Oh, you are a good coach. You have a good relationship to the players. Do you want to be a coach with the under 13 in a small club in Munich?" And then I said, "Yeah, of course, a little bit to have small money. Of course, I will do this." And then I tried to be a coach in under 13 and under 15. I did in this time 2 or 3 teams to the same time, and then I started, and then I thought, whoa, yeah, the players they like me, and I have a good relationship to the players, and yeah, we were successful, and then this was the first things with football. Of course, I played football.
Yeah. Do you have a speciality? I mean, is it defensive or attacking or technical or tactical? Have you specialized in?
No, I think I love that to defend with all you have, with all the body have. You saw it in the game against Newcastle. I love this, and I love, of course, 1-0 wins. It's very good, yeah. Then I love the defense, but of course, perhaps it's in the halftime it's 2-0 for the opponent. Then I love to play offense and score 3 goals. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean, because 1-0 wins are not so fashionable these days. Everybody wants to win 6-0, don't they?
Yeah, but 1-0 are 3 points as well, eh?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah. So what are some of your personal goals for this season? What are you hoping to achieve?
Yeah, of course, I can say you want to win every game, and you want to be a good coach on the pitch. But for me, my first goal, and every season, is not only this season, and it's in other clubs the same. Or when I worked, I said my values are that honesty, loyalty and confidence, and this to bring in the club, that the people works like this together, and this I want to live every day on the pitch, and of course here in the building, and
yeah. So I mean, it's fair to say that you've worked your way up. When I say the bottom, I mean in a good way. I mean SV Waldeck Obermenzing.
Yeah, it's correct. Yeah,
is that correct?
Yes.
So that's not a big club. I do know that,
No.
but I don't know much more about it. Tell us a bit about that, where you started.
Yes. This was, I said before, there I started as a coach for a football school, and it was a very small club. The youth wasn't good, and then we started to go up with youth teams, and then after I think it was 6 seasons, the club asked me and said to me, "Do you want to be our..." I don't know what is in English the word, but the manager for the youth. You can take coaches and you can create your own youth there. And then I say, yes, it's a very good opportunity to do this. And then after half a year, they asked me if I want to train the first team there. It was, I think, the 10th league or 8th league,
right?
And then I was, I think, the head of this club in this time, and after this time, the new head coach from Augsburg, he asked me to come. But Augsburg, they asked me before this time, but for youth teams to be the head coach from the youth teams, and I said always no. My love is the small club,
right?
Because I know all the people there, and from every player, from the 5 years old till the 18 years old. I know all the players, and I wanted to stay there, but then they gave me an offer for the first team, assistant coach, and then of course I had to say, okay, now First League Germany, it's a good opportunity to do this.
Yeah, you obviously got noticed. Talking of knowing everybody, have you managed to meet the fans and the community? Have you been able to engage? Because Brighton is a very distinctive club. It's different,
Yeah.
And it has a family feel and a community feel. Have you noticed that?
Yes, of course. You feel it from the first day when you come here to the club here in the building. You can feel it, and you feel it in the stadium. And I'm very happy that, yes, of course we played good, and of course you played sometimes not so good games, but that we have 2 good wins, like a last minute win against Manchester. You see then the passion from the people in the stadium, and the same is with the win against Tottenham. You are 2-0 down and you win 3-2, and you see then the energy. How is the energy with the 2-1 and then the 2-2? How the energy comes? It's very good, and there you feel it, and you feel it how friendly the people are if we come early to the stadium. That's the security guys and all the guys. And sometimes in Germany there are games on Friday evening, and then I went to a pub in next to the train station.
Yeah,
I think it's I don't know the word now, but it's a club. It's a pub where a lot of Brighton things.
Yeah,
are it's hanging.
Hanging. Yeah.
And then I asked the manager, because it's Friday. I asked him, can I watch a Bundesliga game? Then he said, "Whoa, yeah, you can go to the screen in the corner."
Yeah.
But and there I met some people there, and I spoke with them, and very friendly, very good people. Yeah, all. Yeah.
And did you tell them who you were, or did you just say you were a German
No.
guy?
I don't. I didn't say it, but when I come the second time, they ask me, "Oh, one more time, you want to watch the German game? Why?" And then I said it, and they said, German, okay. And then they know a little bit. Okay, you are the one, and yeah. But they were very friendly and all good.
Good. Well,
I hope that it's in the next time the same.
Well, I hope they're listening to this and they'll realise who you are. Did you know Brighton's story? Did you know that 27 years ago the club nearly died? Did you follow that story back in Germany?
Yeah. Yes, of course. The first time I heard because I worked all the years, I didn't have the time to watch all Premier League games or think about these things a lot. But before 3 years, I heard about the good season from Brighton, and then you think more about this club. And now I heard from my English teacher that in this time they trained and they played in Hove in a small stadium. I know this, and one friend of mine from Munich, he knows one friend. He lives in Lewis, and I was there for a meal and with the children, and I ate with them.
Yes.
We had a lunch, and they told me a lot of things about the history of the club.
Right. Well, before we did this podcast, you were saying that your English wasn't very good and you've had to learn English in a hurry. No one would ever know that your English isn't very good. I mean, you're obviously a quick learner.
I want to improve. When I came in June, my English was not good because I learned it in school, but I brought up next to France, and I started with French.
Yeah.
And then English was the second language I learned. And of course, in the last 20 years, I didn't speak a lot English. But I have here an English teacher, Kylie. She's very good because she speak with me like not grammatically, but speak. And that's so important. And I think in this time I improved a bit.
Because you were saying there's football English and there's English. So
yeah. There are two different
two
things.
languages. Yeah. And the football English is easier to learn, I guess.
she said to me, she said to me, you have to be comfortable with the uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's true. That's
true
in,
a good sentence.
True in life, isn't it? Yeah. So do you remember the moment when you were invited to take this job? Who you know, the conversation and what you felt when you thought, right, I'm going to England. I'm going to the Premier League.
It's in football. It's not the same like in other jobs. Then you can prepare to half a year and say, oh, in half a year I go in this country.
Yeah.
But I will go in this country. And I spoke with Fabian, and he asked me, and I said to him, like I always say in life, with big decisions, I said I have to sleep one night. I don't know, in Germany we say you have to sleep one night over it. Or
sleep on it.
Sleep on it. Yeah. I have to sleep on it. And then on the next day I waked up and I thought, okay, now I have to do this. Yeah, it's a good opportunity, and it's be comfortable with the uncomfortable. Go in another country, learn the language, and after 8 years in a club, it's good to do perhaps another thing.
Yeah. And when people come to the Premier League for the first time in England, we always talk about the pressure, you know, and the attention and the excitement and the competitiveness of it. Was it a shock to you to come into the Premier League and think, wow, this is big, you know, this is intense?
Yes, I think, like I said before, the buildings and the facilities. The facilities are bigger than in Germany. That was the first thing, and the second is, I think football remains football always, and in my smallest club the same. Football remains football, but the intensity is more than in the Bundesliga, and I think the players are a bit technically better, but I think the difference is not so big because I think more that the best teams in the Bundesliga, they can play in the Premier League as well, in the top of the table. But you have more teams in England. It's closer in the top of the table. Yeah, that's a thing. It's true.
Yeah. And when Fabian Hösler took the job, people said, well, he's a promising coach and he's on the way up, but this is outside the club. People said he's very young, you know.
Yeah.
But he doesn't sound or behave young, does he? He's a very mature, experienced guy, isn't he? Is that what you feel about him? He's kind of ahead of his time, isn't he? Really?
Yes, and you have to say he's young with 31. The number is 31. It's young, but he's a long-time coach, and I think that's the most important. And he's very good in things, and he know what he wants, and that's the important thing, that you know what you want and bring these to the players. And there he's like a 50-year-old coach, perhaps. Yeah,
a 30-year-old. Yeah. Talking of young, this club obviously buys and develops a lot of young players, a lot of young talent in this training ground. Do you enjoy working with young players and trying to help them develop?
Yes, of course. It's and I started this in my coach career with 13 years players. It's the same. They grow up, but very important is for me as a coach that you can develop young players and that you have a good relationship to young players, but it's very important to have a good relationships to the older players, the experienced players. And I think it's so important that we have these experienced players in our team, and you have to speak with them a lot, and I can learn from them as well, because I wasn't the Crofty. Yes. It was Crofty. Yeah, here he is. And this but the mix, Kylie said to me, the mix get us dancing. Yeah. The mix is very important.
Right, said, yeah. And talking of dancing, you've moved to the Brighton area is considered the most. It's the funnest town in England in a way. You know, it's liberal, it's modern, it's tolerant, it's relaxed.
Yes.
Have you picked up on that? And are you enjoying the kind of Brighton life?
Yes. I saw a lot of Brighton, but I love. Yes, David Weir. Yeah.
Everybody's here.
I saw a lot. I have a bike. And I rode with my bike to Eastbourne.
Yeah.
This was, and in the city I know restaurants, and I saw that it's a very liberal city, or
liberal
city. Yeah. And perhaps I want to go in a dancing studio. Perhaps one day per week. I want to dance or to learn dancing. Yeah, I think here is a good place for
any particular type of dancing, or
yeah. I'm 86. I was 86 born, and then the 90s. Like it's I'm more the hip hop guy.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, you'll find some hip hop in.
Yeah.
Brighton,
Okay. Cool.
And this may not be true, but somebody said you like German bingo. Is that correct? Or? What is German bingo?
Yeah, no, I think it's the same bingo like here.
Yeah.
But when I was young, I did camps, and in these camps we played bingo with the children. And in Tokyo, Fabian said to me, "You are the man for the staff meeting with the players." And then we were in Tokyo, and I said, "What I have to do with 60 persons?" And then it's difficult in Tokyo. And then we did a bowling evening, and it was very good. I prepared all in the last detail, and then it was a very good tournament. I called it the Tokyo Tower tournament.
Yeah.
David Weir won.
Oh yeah,
the trophy is in his office, and now it's the next staff meeting. And in 2 weeks, I said, okay, we will play bingo here for the staff. You can come when you want.
Thank you.
Yeah, and you too. Yeah. And then I want to play bingo, and then there is the next trophy for the people here in the club. They can win. Yeah?
Right. Yeah, because it's a serious business, but it has to be fun as well, doesn't it?
It's so important because, and when you win games, all is good, always. And I saw it a lot of times in Augsburg. And then you lose one game perhaps, and you will lose games, of course, in football, because the opponent they want to win as well. And then you lose one game perhaps, and perhaps a second one. And if you then go in this, I don't know the word, but you come in a tornado, then it's difficult to get out. But in these moments, it's so important that you enjoy to come here, and you laugh, and you can laugh. The result is only one, but we come here to work, and we live here. And if we live here, we have to have a good relationship together. And these are the things. Yeah, then I think a bingo evening will be good for this.
Yeah. So the togetherness you build up when things are going well is still there for you when things go badly. It helps you through the bad times, doesn't it?
Yeah. You build it in the good times, or you build it in the and you use it in the bad times. I think that's very important. Yeah,
that makes sense. And finally, Jonas, do you have any advice for players who might want to do what you have done, transition from playing to coaching to get to this level?
Yeah, I had a lot of players in Augsburg. They finished their career. Or they end, and then there are different ways, but I think it's good to feel. Perhaps you can train half a year or 1 year under 17 or under 19, because in this teams or in this areas you can practice some things, and it's not only about winning like in the professional football. Of course, you have to develop, but at the end, you have to win games. Yeah. And there you can practice a little bit and can perhaps deal good with these things. And I think that players, they was professional players. They had a big experience from big coaches. That's an advantage. But on the other side, there are other things to learn. And coaches, they are not professional players. they have to learn perhaps from experienced players and listen to them, like I do here from Welbeck, Milner, and so on. And they have to hear to the experience, and to find the mix. It's important.
Yeah,
but it's a very good job.
It's a good life, isn't it? Yeah. Well, thank you for your time. It was really, really interesting. And if you don't mind, we'll come and join you in the pub at the station for a Bundesliga game.
Yes, on Friday.
And maybe some German bingo as well.
Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you.